we had to take the tutorial.
Yeah.
And then we had to write 3 new articles in draft. One of them was the waste, actually. And the big focus was on women articles and women biographies. So that's how I started. Does anyone know who she is?
Yeah.
Raise your hand. Okay, she wrote. What did she write?
The film.
Diaries of
Yeah.
Bridget Jones.
Bridget Jones.
Have you heard about the Diaries
Yes.
of Bridget Jones?
Yes.
Okay, it was very strong in Israel, actually. This book, it's like a series of books, and the movie was very strong. And when I realized she had no Hebrew article, and she had her article in like 30 languages or so I translated that to Hebrew, and then I started telling myself, okay, so you are doing something good. I mean, people are reading you. And it's not just for her, it's also for other women, like someone in Israel who's a writer, and she wrote like 25 books, and she had no article in Hebrew and not in any other language. So I started to focus on women writing, and it made me feel good. So this is a picture from Hebrew Wikipedia's birthday celebration. Actually, this one is from this year. And in my group, we are talking a lot about Wiki Women and stuff, and that we are a group, and like important group. And I knew no one before that. I knew no one who write article in Wikipedia. I didn't know how it worked, and it was important for me to be part of a group, of women group. And I used to come up to this room and said, okay, so I'm a Wiki Women, but where are all the women? Okay, now look at that. I didn't make it up. I mean, that's the proportion, okay? So in time, I started get used to that, and yeah, we have girls, and we're going to talk about it a little more later. Something good about it, I feel important. You see me right here. When I started coming, they would, before they took the group photo, someone would have called me, Laliv, come on over, we need you in the picture. And I said, oh my God, I feel pretty. I mean, wow, it raised my confidence. But then right after, someone told me, you know, we needed some women in the group. I mean, we just want to see you in the picture because we're not just men. And they let me cut the cake.
Yes, of course. You should explain that it's not normal in Israel that the men say we need a woman.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, I am part of a group, and we are a group, but still a minority, and I'm going to explain more about it. Now, I want to talk a little bit about challenges that women do have when they start writing in Wikipedia. I don't know if you saw that movie. It's like a short 2-3 movie. We're going to watch it and think about your challenges when you started writing, and then we're going to talk about it.
Wikipedia is probably the biggest resource that people turn to now for information.
It's based on a model of open editing, as in anyone, anywhere can edit it.
About 80% of the editors are male.
They didn't realize the statistic was quite that bad. There's a huge gender gap in terms of who controls information.
And if it's really focused on only one kind of person's perspective, then you're missing a lot of information.
My name is Amanda Menking. I've been researching the gender gap on Wikipedia, gender gap in participation for about the last 5 years. It was interesting to me because the studies kind of position the gender gap as a woman problem. So women don't like criticism, women don't like conflict, women don't have the technical skills to edit. And I remember reading those studies and thinking, this doesn't sound quite right, because there are obviously women in the community who are editing, and I wonder how they perceive things.
I've been a Wikipedia editor since 2007.
Had been a volunteer for Wikipedia since 2005.
I've done some work in it, 5 years maybe.
People can get harassed when they're editing content in Wikipedia. Simple things of their edits being what they call reverted,
receiving unwanted sexual advances, stalking them at these offline events. It goes beyond trolling. Different platforms, like Twitter, for example, because of things that took place on Wikipedia.
I hate to say it's common, but it does happen.
If you're constantly getting negative feedback for doing something, how often are you going to do it?
Women on the English language Wikipedia don't all feel the same way about this. Some women that we talked to said, I don't consider gender to be a factor. It doesn't impact me.
So I think people are becoming a little more aware of some of the challenges, how to make it safer for people in ways that keeps their identity more secure, that notices when there's harassment going on and potentially intervening.
Two of the big initiatives that are going to be happening this next year. One of them is writing a universal code of conduct, and the second one is us making a new user reporting system.
It does matter who writes history, who writes knowledge, who writes information. If you say that you are the sum of all human knowledge, then you need representative humans contributing that information. It's really essential.
So, is anyone here in this room had those feelings like maybe I had enough or the thing to hide or anything? Did you have some of those things? So for me, I mean, I came up to that's my name. Everything here is about me, starting where am I from, where are my parents from, my picture. Even though people told me you might want to think about it again of putting out your pictures in your user page because maybe one day you want to erase them and then it's just be there. And for me, I mean, I feel fine with that, and I don't feel like that I need to hide or anything. But researchers do show that women need to feel comfortable and that they have a group. And then also they found out that women tend to write more when they work together. Like, let's say if they took a group of men and women and put them together in a room, the women write more because they can work together and they don't need like to be at home and just by themselves. So apparently we are doing something right because look at that. Yeah, so this, you probably all know this 1910 and 1910 and then 7723. This is us, and I mean, today I'm going to tell a little bit about the things we do that works well for us. Not everything works well, but some of the things we do. And the first thing is that I feel that for me, writing an article and make sure that everyone knows it's a Wiki Women article, it's something important. Okay, so we have the template. Do you have the template? Anyone else have this template? Yeah. Okay, so we put it up at the discussion page. This is mainly, I think that's the first thing I always do when I finish an article, and then it goes to the category and you can see them all. Okay, it just means in Hebrew, this article has been written as part of the Wiki Women project. Another thing that works well for us, social networks. We have a Facebook group, small but growing. And in this group, I was looking for ways to engage more women. So what I do is every Saturday night is a strong evening in terms of social media in Israel, or social channels, because when Shabbat ends, lots of people goes into Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, so it's a very good time to post something up. So every week I would come up with the same question. what have you done for Wikimedia project this week? It can be anything, starting from uploading a photo and then writing an article or translating or even doing some little research. And you can see people answer. Danny? Where's Danny? Hi, this is you. This is Michal, our CEO. And this is Daria, she's not here. But they are talking about things they did. And I found out that for myself, it motivated me during the week when I had that feeling in my head that by Saturday, I'll have to post up what I did this week. So it made me more energy to write. Collaboration, this is also something that works very well for us. This was art and feminism. Did you do that? Anyone did that? Okay, great. Can I ask where did you do that? What was that?
Germany and in New York.
In Geneva.
Paris. Rome, Italy. Basically, we all did it at the same time. Okay, well, it was 10 in the morning for us. I'm not sure about you, but we took a group of people in art and we were sitting there and we uploaded lots of pictures and we translated lots and lots of articles about women in art that were missing in Hebrew. It went very well. Another thing that we did, we took women that had the same common knowledge about women in psychology. We went to the Tel Aviv Public Library. We sat there and we actually wrote more than 20 articles, and I think around 15 were edited, which is very nice as well. Yeah, this is the editathon in the Women International Day. Went very well. So another thing that went well, this is Ovid. We did the Wikigap editathon. This was 2018 at the Embassy of Sweden. And actually, it's not just time for us to go up and volunteer and ask for more women to join us. Right here, he's teaching me something. And in this moment, I was finishing an article that I wrote. Actually, I was working about it for like 5-6 months. And he helped me out with something that I didn't know because he has much more knowledge than me, and I just finished it. Okay, something else we do. We have special events. Lately we had a general election, another one coming soon, unfortunately. Another election, same prime minister, but yeah, don't worry about it. You don't have those problems. So what we did a Wiki Women meeting. We uploaded those pictures to the comments. They were missing as well, and then we uploaded them, we added them to articles about the election, the general election. Well, we're still thinking if we want to do it again in September 17th, but well, maybe we will. Okay, so this is part of something we did in Bible. It was in the Center for Educational Technology where I work. We took a group of Bible teachers and we worked together on articles, on a list of articles. This is me teaching her something, and we actually wrote another article beforehand. We wrote it together. She's new, she wasn't in Wikipedia before. And actually, writing in Wikipedia has changed my life. I feel like I take an active part in Wiki Women, but not just that, in other projects as well. And if you remember that going back to 2012 and 13, writing in my blog, and no one really read that. So, like, let's say a month or two ago, we had a movie at the Channel 1 in Israel about a chef. He's a famous chef. He has a restaurant and he has a very sad personal story. And they did a movie about him, and it was going on and on the trailers. And I was looking in Wikipedia, and there was nothing about him. So I started writing this article. I started writing it. On the first day, 40 people saw that. On the day after, when the trailer was still running, 700 people went to see that. And at the day of the show, more than 800 people went online to read his article. Okay, so those are other projects that I'm involved in. This is People Pictured Project. Have you heard about it? Do you have anything like that in your Wikipedia? Okay, good. Okay, so the main idea here is to ask for people, like famous people, that do not have a picture in the article, or maybe sometimes the picture is very old, to create a picture for them. We meet them and we take pictures and upload them in the article. So I volunteer in this project as well. I'm more of a facilitator because I'm only taking photos with my smartphone. I'm not that professional. 1000 milim project. The thing is 1,000 words. It refers to one picture worth 1,000 words. תמונה שווה 1,000 מילים. You probably know that phrase. So actually it's a Draws project, and they've been touring for like more than 10 years, 10, 12 years. So I recently joined and I started organizing tours and helped them out with that project. And it's an awesome project. And actually some of my dreams come true. Myself, unlike other people, I didn't bring any chocolate because I didn't know, or I don't have stickers for you, sorry. You're more than welcome in come to Israel. I'll just give you some. But this is actually the largest chocolate factory in Israel. And I had a dream to go there, and I realized they had, the picture that they had in the comments and in the articles were very old, and they were not quite good. So we just went there, it's up in the north, and we took lots of pictures, and I fulfilled one dream. What's that? Raise your hand if you know.
I think I do. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name.
Donut.
It's food.
No. You know the name of that food, or what does it?
Halloumi burger. Halloumi burger.
Oh no, not exactly. No, that's more Cyprus. This becomes one of the international street food in Israel actually lately. So I went into the category of Israeli street food. There are only like 4 or 5. What do we have there? Shawarma, falafel probably, sabir. What? No. This had an article as well, but this is not it.
Like, you can't see anyway what that is. So.
Yeah, so the Me'orav Yerushalmi, it had an article, I think. Yeah. But this one, it had no article. And if at the beginning I was very shy and I just wrote articles about things that they would never erase, like a writer that wrote more than 20 books. I have an Arabic friend, and I actually told him, maybe you can look it up in like Arabic, in like, I don't know, like Wikipedia in other languages. And then after he called me and he said, look, there is no article about it. I just found a few references, but there's no article. And I said, no way. And people told me, well, forget about it. They probably erased it. It's not important enough. And I said, I had that feeling in my head. It was going on for a few days. And then I said, no, I'm going to write that. So at this moment, we have, it's called arayes. Arayes, it's like a pita bread with the meat inside, and it goes inside and goes to the fire. You don't cook it beforehand. Have you ever tried that? No, you should. You should.
Very good.
Ma, Danny, it's the Israeli street food. You should. So now the arayes has an article, but just in Hebrew. Not in any other language. If one of you want to raise this drum and just write about it in your language, you're more than welcome. Another thing I did, this is Belle, her name is right here, that's my dog. She's also on Wikipedia. And people told me, why do you put her name on? It's not important that her name is Belle, they're probably going to erase that. No one did. Okay, there an initiate. I started to think Wikipedia. Like one of those days, I was walking in Tel Aviv with a friend, and I suddenly saw her. She's a singer, actually. She was a very famous singer. And I went to her article. I was surprised to see that was her picture. That's her ex, actually. They were together like, I don't know, 30 years ago. You see, it's black and white. She's not looking at the camera. I mean, this picture is not good. Okay?
It's good, but
Do you
it's
agree?
not-
Well, it's romantic.
It's not appropriate.
But yeah, it's not a main picture for a famous in your article. So we took a picture, we did some Photoshop, she gained some weight since then, but well, you know. Friend actually told me, why do you do it? You put their new pictures and they were looking better beforehand. Why do you always do it? I said, no, for me, it's important that people will have a new and good image. He's a writer. He didn't have the template. I think this picture is from like maybe 10 years ago, maybe more. And I went to the library to hear one of his talks, and I just asked him, I showed him, I told him, listen, Yuda, his name is Yuda Atlas. Your picture is kind of old and not very good. How about changing it? And actually, he was very happy about it, and we changed the picture. That's the last one, actually. He's also a singer. This is from 2006, and this one I took just last year, 2018. So, challenges. We have a few challenges. Finding audiences. We're not a military service, unlike our military service. We don't know how to recruit more women to edit. This is not something that we do. I'll take questions. I have 1 more minute, and then I'll take your question. Involvement. And I put this icon up because involvement for me doesn't mean just sit down and write articles, but also to come to birthdays. We have birthday twice a year. This Wikipedia Hebrew Wikipedia birthday and the Wikipedia birthday, one in the summer and one in the winter. But we want more women to be involved. And new women editors, as I said, we don't have a way to recruit them. And what I always say that, you know, I'm not that unique. There are more women like me who loves to write and want people to read them and would like to create an impact. But we just need to find them. And now I'm gonna take your questions, and if you have ideas about that, I will be happy to hear.
Well,
You can
to ask?
Yes,
Okay.
you can
Well, I have a question. Well, that may sound strange, but you mentioned military service. So, what would actually hinder like your organization, the Wikimedia organization, a chapter in Israel, to contact the government agencies or ministries and make this project a part of the Shirut Leumi for women?
Never think about it. That's a good idea. Yeah, actually, someone told me, Dror, you mentioned that, right? That you want to recruit one girl from Shirut Leumi to Wikimedia. Yeah.
Well, the point is somebody can choose not to serve in the army and they can do some public work, like volunteer in a hospital. So we need to convince the army that working Wikipedia is something very important.
Yeah, we need this. That's a very good idea, actually. But yeah, still, if we will get them in the future, it's not going to be more than 1 or 2. It's not like we can ask for 50 new Shirut Leumi girls to come up and write articles. But it's a very good idea.
Yeah. Is it acceptable in other places to volunteer to Wikipedia as a social volunteering instead of serving the army?
Well, I've never tried. I never even tried to serve in the army. I'm not sure if it would work for me in Israel as well. Although they're often by people who serve in the army, but not on the field positions. So as far as volunteering is concerned, I always mention that in my CVs, and I've never had a problem with that. Like I mentioned, wiki activity as part of my volunteering.
You had a question.
Yes. A lot of times we focus so much on people being editors, and a lot of times when we give events, a person will come once and they don't come again. So what I try to do is keep the person engaged one way or the other, because then they're going to be advocating for Wikipedia. If they come to an edit-a-thon and you don't see them anymore, that person is turned off. So they're not going to be favorable. And a lot of times when I do articles, I engage people I know. They know what I'm writing about. They know what I'm learning. So I share that process. So I can give you an example. Last year I wrote a Wikipedia article on a community that no longer exists in New York. It's called Timbuktu, New York. And it's all part of African American history in New York City and Lake Placid, the Underground Railroad. So when I was researching, I found that they were having a Timbuktu Blues Festival. So the friend that I was dialoguing with, she said, let's go. So she actually spent her money, invested over almost $300 to go to Lake Placid, and we met the people up there. I don't know if you know the abolitionist John Brown. It's at the John Brown Farm, and it was a historic, sustainable community. And so we networked with John Brown Lives, and one of the things they told us is that they want to come to New York the next year. And they are actually doing a blues festival today in New York City. So what I did was I emailed the organizer, because I wouldn't be in New York, and I asked her if the woman that came with me can do a 5-minute presentation and talk about the Wikipedia article. So that's involvement without really writing an article, even though she has a username, but she's going to be talking about an article that was written and an experience. And we took lots of photos, and I uploaded a lot of them to WikiCommons. So I see it's not only online, but also it's offline experience too. And that's one of the things I do in New York. I go to events, I go to jazz concerts, I take pictures of the artists. And in fact, when I go back to New York, 5 artists that I did Wikipedia articles on are going to be doing jazz festivals.
Yeah, we need to.
So that's like the icing on the cake.
I will be more than happy to hear from you. Thank you all for coming.